Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue and welcome to 150 Days of Winter. If you're new to this channel, my name is Brexit. No, it's Alex. And I greatly appreciate it if you drop me a sub down below and listen to me bitch about something for the next 10 minutes. About this time last year, I made a little video which managed to get a response from the tourist office. I made a video about how Courchevel is turning into one great boutique who's shut like 3 weeks before the season ends. And yes, I got a nice little letter from the tourist office. Only time they've ever responded to any video that I've ever made. So I thought, you know what, it's the end of this season, let's see if we can rile some other feathers. I'll continue. So at the start of the season, someone said to me, Courchevel is trying to work out what it's going to do about Brexit. Which my first thoughts were, after I stopped choking, my second thoughts were, are you kidding me? Now, excuse me for being cynical, what Courchevel is doing, thinking about Brexit, is probably what every resort in Europe is thinking about Brexit. However, this is what I'm going to show you, how Courchevel has dealt with the British over the past 20 years. And really there are two main areas how Courchevel has been dealing with the English, the British. And so when they turn up now and say, this is what we're thinking about Brexit, I don't hold high hopes. So let me explain. So Courchevel has done two things over the past 20 years that has affected the British. First thing are chalet hotels. Back in, and I'm going to use 2000 as a point here. I could go back further, but I think, you know, the new millennium, that's a good starting point. If I look back in 2000 and look how many chalet hotels were in Courchevel, there were, I'd say, about 10 or 12, roughly, just off the top of my head. And over time, they have dwindled to now 2. I'm not kidding you. There are now, at this moment, there are 2 chalet hotels left in Courchevel 1850. So behind me, one of the last 2 chalet hotels in Courchevel, the Hotel Les Anemones, run by Ski Total Inghams. Next winter, won't be there anymore. Or if it is, it won't be run by an English company. Only one left. And behind me used to be the Hotel Dahu, run by Mark Warner. It's now a 5-star hotel called the Jolla. So behind me, behind that big white sheet, is the building that burnt down at the beginning of the season. Yes, that one. However, back in the 2000s, it was still run by an English tour operator, the Hotel Isba. And in the end, it got shut down because of structural problems. I shouldn't do air quotes. Yeah, structural problems. It was then quickly renovated. A Chanel shop was added to the basement and it was turned into staff accommodation. I think that sums up Courchevel to a T. Why does this matter? Well, I did some like basic math over how much income chalet hotels brought into the resort, and generally working at the occupancy that they were and the number that there were, every chalet hotel bought in through lift passes, ski schools, restaurants, bars, etc. I'd say between €500,000 and €600,000 per season. So by knocking them down or closing them, Courchevel has lost that every single winter. and going down from 12, or let's say 10, down to 2 or 1, that's quite a hit you take. And of course Courchevel has done nothing to stem the tide. The second point is that Courchevel has been in this weird race to the top. Who can have the most 5-star hotels in the Alps? So back in the year 2000, Courchevel had this many hotels in 1850. And I am just dealing in 1850 here, but generally that will cover most of them. And as you can see, broken down into 4-star Lux, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star. You can see the majority of them, strangely enough, are 3 and 2-star hotels. Now, 20 years later, here is a list of the same number of hotels in 1850. And I think you notice exactly what's missing from here. All the small and reasonably priced hotels have gone. And I mean gone. There aren't just like 1 or 2 missing. Literally everything has been knocked down and replaced with 5-star hotels, which are insanely expensive. And even people who are used to that have commented that it's turning into a joke. And you know what? They're going elsewhere, where they can actually afford to stay somewhere and have a good holiday. And yes, over 20 years, Courchevel has just gone, you know what? We don't mind if all the reasonable hotels get knocked down and get replaced by 5-star hotels, which, you know, might look good when you're trying to say you're the ritziest resort in the world. But yeah, when you're actually coming to stay here, no, not at all. So yeah, Courchevel, what are you doing about Brexit? Yeah, what are you doing about Brexit? Because in my opinion, the horse is bolted. The horse is bolted so long ago that if you shut the barn doors, the horse could not even turn around and look back to see what you're trying to do. It's a joke. In the same way that Courchevel said that, you know, after last year that they were going to do something about the boutiques. 1st of April, and again, half the shops in 1850 are boarded up. Yeah, I don't hold out hope. Anyway, so there you have it. You agree with me, disagree with me? Leave a comment down below. Drop me a sub, give me a like, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao.